Do you know how to sit with sadness in a healthy way? Yes, there's a healthy way to experience sadness that is going to lead to either being able to overcome the sadness or learning to live with it, depending on the source of the sadness, depending on the cause. Typically, sadness because of grief is not usually something you overcome, it's something you learn to live with. But you bring it down to levels that are manageable for you to live with, bearable. But there are many other causes, like a breakup, that you can learn to deal with and overcome such that you don't feel that sadness for the rest of your life as a result of a breakup. And so it becomes very important then to learn how to sit in the discomfort of your sadness. And typically, that's what would be recommended in a therapy session. Your psychiatrist would encourage you to start learning to develop the ability to sit in the discomfort of your sadness. And what that means is you want to make time, you want to create an opportunity intentionally for you to be able to experience that sadness, which a lot of us tend to not. When we're experiencing even a sense that we're going to be sad or a sense of sadness, we very quickly marshal all these resources in our defense mechanisms, which are usually unconscious. So our mind finds ways very quickly to prevent us from experiencing negative emotions. But today we're focusing on sadness. So very quickly your mind is going to utilize maybe denial as a defense mechanism, so you're not sad, or projection, accusing other people of being sad, or displacement. And so you might find yourself taking out your sadness in the outlet of anger, right? And so it's very important that you start learning to give opportunities to these important negative emotions like sadness so that you can understand them and deal with them. Now, if you create an opportunity, which is a moment of silence perhaps, where you intentionally focus on the emotion that you're trying to suppress, and in this case it's sadness, and so you let it come to the surface, and that's you sitting with it. You feel the discomfort, you feel the low mood, you start now experiencing the negativity that sadness brings. And in that moment, one of the most important questions that we can look at today very quickly is this sadness new or is it old? Has it been there for a short period of time or has it been there for a long period of time? And I'm noticing it now because it's increased in intensity, or I'm feeling it more than usual. Meaning, for example, before I used to feel it perhaps an hour a day or 30 minutes a day, but now I'm starting to experience it 4 hours a day. So the duration in which I'm experiencing this sadness has increased. This is you now sitting and reflecting. And then the intensity has also gone up. Before, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being extremely sad, I used to feel sad at maybe 2 out of 10, but now I'm feeling 6 out of 10. So I want to understand what is increasing the intensity. Have the reasons for feeling sad increased? And then now I start looking at what is making me sad. And I realize that, I'm sad because I didn't get the promotion I wanted, maybe. So out of disappointment, maybe frustration, there's also sadness. I'm feeling sad because my friend traveled and now we don't meet each other as much. So there's a bit of nostalgia there and the sadness. I'm feeling sad because I keep trying to stick to a routine, but I'm not able to. Yeah. So you start looking at the reasons why you're sad and you realize the reasons haven't changed. There's nothing new that's making me sad. It's the same old reasons. So then why is the sadness increasing in intensity? And you start realizing that now you're watching more negative news. So it's the time you spend on social media that is increasing the intensity of your sadness and increasing the duration in which you're experiencing that sadness. But the reasons for making you sad haven't actually changed. So before you used to go to the gym, you used to go out, you used to do stuff, but now you don't do those stuff anymore. So when you were doing the gym and healthy behaviors, it was reducing the opportunity for you to feel the sadness. But now that you're not doing them, it has increased, it has given opportunity for you to experience the sadness more, and you're doing things that actually perpetuate you to experience that sadness more, and that is what is increasing the intensity. And so by just sitting with yourself like this and allowing that sadness to come to the surface, put all the devices aside. You can do this in your house, you can do this outside your house, in a park, you can do it anywhere. And it only requires a few minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. Because you also don't want to overdo it. You don't want to exhaust yourself mentally when you're thinking about something and you're not finding solutions for it. So you want to just space it out and do it in a time that is easy for you to manage. So 30 minutes I would recommend. And so in 30 minutes you'd have figured out the things that are making your sadness worse, the things that are making it difficult for you to continue being productive, the things that are making you socially unavailable now. You're no longer going to social interactions or engagements because you're busy feeding your sadness. And so by doing that, you're able to reduce the intensity of your sadness, to reduce the duration of experiencing that sadness, and making time intentionally to start dealing with it. That would be the first tip I give you today, to just start sitting and letting the discomfort and feeling the discomfort as you let the sadness rise to the surface without resisting it, without trying to run away from it or distracting yourself from it, but actually facing it, confronting it. And then 30 minutes may help you to actually start dealing with your sadness.